Welcome back to Lindsay Acres Farms. I'm Buddy Lindsay, and we're back on the property doing some work. So just to be honest, like I did some recording over the last few months. I've been super busy with work and just been out here when I could, and all my video was garbage. I finally got a chance to sit down and try it. All was garbage. So let's give this a shot again. We're gonna try to do a quick overview and then get into today's work and see if we can't put together a basic decent video and then move on with life. So first of all, doing some burning here because I got a lot of brush there and brush over there. Just have a lot of stuff over here. So I've cleared out about an acre of land so far. Back off over there is where we're going to eventually have the pond. Back that way it goes back quite a ways because that's where I'm going to put the shop right in through here. And then where this big pile is here and back is going to be where we plan on putting the house. So lots of stuff going on. Still have more clearing. I've got to pull down some trees and that's kind of what we're doing on next, but I got a lot of brush everywhere and I need to kind of get that burned, but I've got to be careful. So that's why I'm just going to kind of do this little pile over here and kind of do a little bit at a time, and then just over time it'll all eventually go away. Just because we've had some good rain the last week, but you know, just in case it's still a little too dry in areas, I want to be careful. So yeah, and on that propane torch actually does really good at starting fires, because I tried to light that up last week, a small little thing, and I could not get the thing going. 30 seconds with that and we're good to go. So with that, mostly what I've been doing is just clearing land with the excavator. I'll show about a minute maybe of just some roll of me kind of just cleaning out the land a little bit, and then we're gonna get started on doing today's work. So let's get to it. And it's still going. Awesome. Man, I cannot wait to see what happened there. Woo! Here we are turning the excavator to the on position, and we are going to waggle the auxiliary pedal for the thumb so that we can release some of the hydraulic line pressure, so we can then see about going and fixing a leak that exists on the excavator and the auxiliary hydraulic cylinder. And you're about to watch two people that have not worked on a excavator before try to figure out things as they go.
So they got that 45-degree seal on it, just snug up there on that side.
Think I need to take it off of there?
Well, you might look at there. You got to pull this pin out of here. Or does that pin?
No, it should come out.
Well, no, it's welded right there. See it?
Sure, it's no. I don't think it's welded.
This ain't, but that little collar right there, it's hitting against this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a hell of a note.
I wonder if.
Oh! Boy, the man just missed me.
That's awesome.
You can't screw that very well. I just tighten down that nut back behind it and see what happens. And put it back on.
Okay. Why don't you stand over here for a second?
Hell no! Stay over here.
That actually would make a lot of sense if that's the. Okay, well, maybe that's all it is. I'm wondering if you get this and like bring it up around here, if it'll have just enough clearance. I don't know. Hopefully it's not going to be a you have to take the whole thing apart. And like, cause I mean my thought was undo this, pull the pin here, then you can lower this, and then you can undo the elbow.
Oh yeah, you pull off this whole cylinder. Yeah, pull the whole cylinder off, then you can take it off. Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's just that nut there, then that makes life easier.
You're going straight.
Hold on. Hold on here a minute.
Looks like you're going crooked a little bit.
Yeah. Might need to hold that again.
Here now, try to tighten it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to adjust the elbow a little.
Is it going?
Yeah. It's going.
No, not.
Oh no, okay.
Going now, yeah.
All right.
thumb back up.
What?
Bring the thumb up.
Anything?
Well, that pin right there,
Yeah.
you may think about replacing the pin that you wore or the collar is, because there's a lot of movement in there. There's quite a bit of movement in there. It shouldn't be any, I would think.
Yeah, I don't know how much. Some of this stuff, I don't know how much is too much movement and how much is not enough. Or is okay.
See it moving?
Yeah, I do.
I think that's too much. Just need to pull the pin and see if it's wore down any. If it's not wore down any, then just have to leave, because you have to cut that other piece off to
Any
place
leaks?
it. Nope.
Maybe that's all it was. Hey, we're closing in on the end of the day, and it's been a pretty darn good day. Got a lot of stuff done. Let's take a look real fast. So this was a big pile of brush right here. We got it burning off over there. And then over here, you can see through there's a big pile of brush. That ran all the way over to basically right here. So I got about half of that. Kind of ran out of time. That's a reasonable amount of time to put it on the fire, or else I would have done that and gotten all of that. Then I can knock down these trees here, because this is where the shop is going. So basically it was just a lot of moving brush, as you saw. So yeah, like, I'm super excited. So this right here we're gonna burn on probably next, so we can burn all of that stuff, so I can take down a few of those trees as well. I started taking down some of the big larger trees. I mean, trees like this one here, started knocking those down so that we can start filling out where the house is going to be and be a pad. And you can see a bunch of those knocked down over there. And I'll say, like, the excavator that I got has worked out really well. It's not big enough to just start blooping them over, but like, as you can see, like, it's not the biggest excavator in the world. It's a 7,000 pound excavator, so it can do some stuff. It'll dig up some dirt. And so as you can see from these two trees, you know, I dug up the root ball and kind of moved it around, knocked it over. That has been an interesting experience, and I'll show you how to do that next time, because I got many more to dig up and kind of move through here. But again, this area here is what I tried to burn, and kind of all these little clump of trees I have got to knock over and get cut up and burned up. So yeah, but I mean, overall, like, the area just looks so much different than it used to. One of the other things that I have done is I have these here, these stacks of logs. I don't know what I can actually turn into actual lumber to do stuff with. We'll see what I can get done with. But I've decided to stack it so that I can get it up off of the ground. And I need to come back with some paint and paint the ends. And I want to turn it into lumber so that I can make woodworking projects. They don't have to be like crazy cool projects, but just something that shows, hey, here's some stuff that I made from wood on the land here, which is really the goal and kind of one of the things that I want to do as a woodworker. I got two more there. I've got to get the limbs off of that and then stack it. And then over here, there's a couple more in there. But basically, as I take down any of the big trees that might be able to lend some wood out of them, I'm basically going to stack over there. And we'll see when I ever get to slabbing it or, you know, breaking it down to dry out in order to make some sort of lumber. But yeah, I mean, that's it for an update. We got a good amount burned, and we're getting this clear. So it's just, it looks a lot different now that I can actually like see through the area. I mean, earlier, like I wouldn't even be able to see that field over there when I first started. It would have been so green and just so much stuff. So it is very, very different down here, and I am excited for the progress and everything that we're doing. Again, the shop is going to go there, house is going to go there, and we'll see what happens after that. Talk to you next time.